Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hoovy186 back again with another video. Um, I just finished watching the PS4 Pro and PS4 Slim unveiling. I like coming away from this. It was only 45 minutes. It was very short. But coming out of this, there's definitely some stuff that I want to talk about, but the thing is that I'm not a hardware type of guy. Like I'm not gonna give you all this information about what it's capable of doing, this and that, and going through all the specs and everything like that. Because I mean, for one, they didn't really give us much specs anyway. You know what I mean? And two, and most importantly, it's just not my thing. So the only thing that I feel comfortable talking about is pretty much the stuff that I found to be interesting, to say the least. Now, obviously, the Slim and the PS4 Pro were unveiled. The PS4 Slim is going to be at 300, and the PS4 Pro is going to be at 400. Now, this is very interesting because the PS4 Pro price, I think, is a fantastic price point. For a more powerful PS4 is what, an extra $100. If you're gonna trade in your old PS4, which is something that I think is definitely is something that I is actually far more possible, at least for me. With this price point than it would be if it was 500 or more. But regardless, I think the price point is fantastic. I think that I think that if it can do what it can do, which is the 4K gaming, HDR, stuff like that, higher resolution, higher frame rate, which I believe. I mean, listen, if it's stronger, if the system's going to be twice as strong, at least from what some of the stuff that they're saying, it's going to make the game perform better. So for 400, I think that's a great price. And contraction to that, and contrast that with the PS4 Slim price point. The PS4 Slim price point makes no sense to me because I mean, you look at the OG PS4s, you can find OG PS4s for cheap, like for 250, maybe even 200 in some places. And you look at the PS4 Pro, which is going to be 400. It makes the 300 price point for the Slim, like, it makes no sense to me because what's the point of having the Slim? Like, the only advantage that the Slim has is that it's small. That's it. Like, that's pretty much it. Like, and it's not. I mean, maybe it's just some people that they like that. Me personally, I ain't spending 100. I ain't spending an extra 100 for a slim a small PS4. Like, to me, at least to me, it makes no sense to me. Now, the other thing that they announced on here that I thought was actually cool was that every PS4 is capable of HDR gaming, and I think in lieu of what Microsoft did with the Xbox One S, which is capable of HDR gaming, I think Sony was smart enough to kind of give people to keep PS4 owners keep them from being left behind. Which I mean, again, you can say that about the old Xbox One. The Xbox One S is a vastly better system, and overall, in my opinion, than the OG Xbox One. But like I said before, I think Sony did a better job of keeping the core PS4 people happy with this news about the HDR upgrade that's supposed to be updated. It's supposed to be implemented with the next firmware update. I think that's smart of Sony. I commend Sony for that. However, there's been talk that the PS4 Pro does not have a 4K Blu-ray player. At least they never they talked about streaming in 4K, but they ain't talk about Blu-rays in 4K. Which I don't know if it's been confirmed by Sony or nothing like that. They didn't talk about it at the conference, but it wasn't confirmed. So I don't know. You see, I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens there. I mean, I don't own a 4K TV, so it doesn't matter to me. But I know for a lot of people, it do matter. So overall, like, I really can't get into much into the technical aspect because a lot of it is the stuff that just goes over my head. You know what I mean? Like, I don't. It's not something that I invest in heavily. All I want to know is the fucking system gonna play the games that I play well, and that's all I really care about. But the reaction to the conference is interesting because I see a lot of people. It's been mixed, right? And I think I don't know. It's hard to say because I think a lot of people are looking for something different. I think it's very different than the normal conference because, by and large, if you're an Xbox dude and you're watching a PlayStation conference, nothing that they do is rare. It's rare. Like, it's rare. If you're a devout hardcore Xbox dude, whatever Sony shows you at an event where they show games and stuff like that, more than likely they're not going to interest you. And vice versa with the PS4 guys watching an Xbox conference. But I think a lot of different people from all walks of life when it comes to gaming, I feel had different expectations about what they wanted to see from this conference, and depending on what they said, or in some cases didn't say, your mood about the conference varies in that, and I think it has varied a lot for a lot of people. Me, I had low expectations, and I'll give this conference a passing grade because at the very least this conference did something that it would not have done like a month ago. It actually put the thought into my head of getting a PS4 Pro. Like I am totally impressed by the price point. I think $400 is the perfect price point, and it's something that I like. It's something that I would consider doing, selling my PS4 to get the PS4 Pro. Not now because I still have lots of gaming to do, and I'm not saying I would do it right away, but it's something that is in my head. It's something that I'm thinking about, and I think that I think overall, I thought the conference was fine. Like it got me thinking, it got me wanting to do something that I actually did not want to do in the first place. And I think that's the best thing about the conference. The conferences are made to really put into your head whether or not you want to buy this or that. Now, some people go into conferences thinking, oh, no matter what they show, I'm going to buy this, I'm buying that, I'm buying this, I'm buying that, I'm buying this, or whatever, right? And for some other people, they're more on the fence, like someone like myself. I kind of more lean towards being on the fence on a lot of this stuff because I can't just commit, all my money onto stuff that I don't really understand. But I thought with this conference, what it did was that it actually kind of put into my head, you know what? I can see myself with a PS4 Pro, and I think in that case is mission accomplished. But it's going to be interesting to see the fallout coming after this conference, because again, I feel like there are still questions that need to be answered regarding what the true capability of the PS4 Pro is, and I don't think this conference did a good enough job in answering those questions. But hey, that's pretty much all I have to say. I mean, I don't really. I tried to do this video like 5 times. It's hard to make a video like this when you don't really understand the minutia of what both companies are trying to do. Like, I mean, I get an idea of what they want to do, but I don't really know the true ins and outs of what they're trying to accomplish. Is it 4K? Is it native 4K gaming? Because they didn't use the term native. You know what I mean? Is it just just making the system you have now more powerful? Like, there's still questions to be asked. But I will leave it here. This is Hoobie186. I am out. Interested to hear your feedback below. Peace.